And now to the firefight. A new fire is forcing evacuations in Butte County. It is being called the Nelson Fire. An evacuation warning is now in effect north of the After Bay area. It's burned 200 acres, but crews are making progress from the air and on the ground. It is 40% contained. We're tracking another fire in Butte County. It's being called the Sandra Fire, and it is impacting people who live near Forbstown. Mandatory evacuations are in place as we speak. This is south of Lake Oroville. In Nevada County, the Rice's fire is now 12% contained. It has burned more than 900 acres. 7 firefighters have been impacted by heat illness, and just moments ago, CAL FIRE announced they plan to give more information on repopulation at 7 p.m. tonight. ABC 10's Giacomo Luca has been following the very latest on this fire. He joins us now live in Nevada County. Some progress today, Giacomo?
Well, Chris, they definitely made some progress on those containment lines, but the fire continues burning in steep and very rugged terrain not far from where I'm standing here at the CAL FIRE staging area. One of the big issues and concerns fire officials have had with this fire is concerns it could jump across the Yuba River into thick fuels that could make this fire much larger and, quite frankly, explosive. We've seen air crews as well as ground crews in the area all day working to stop that fire in its tracks. Pink lines left behind from air crews dropping thousands of gallons of fire retardant at a time. While ground crews in the third day make good progress on containment lines, battling hard to reach areas near cliff sides to reach the fire burning in bone-dry brush.
Our tents in here and just a lot of tools.
Since she captured these terrifying images near her Nevada County home Tuesday, Jen Johnson and her family's been packed up and ready to run.
You know, watching the flumes, just the columns rising straight up here and planes flying above, and that was, you know, pretty intense.
Her family's breathing a sigh of relief knowing weather conditions have been favorable for the firefight, including lower temperatures and higher moisture levels. Still, CAL FIRE reports 7 firefighters suffered heat illness.
The challenges that we continue to see on this fire is the steep and rugged terrain on the west side of the fire and south side of the fire along the Yuba River drainage.
CAL FIRE officials say the blaze was sparked by a barn fire that remains under investigation. They continue to work around the clock to get the fire under control.
We also have homemade lemonade.
While so many like young Gia, who made lemonade for responding crews, are thankful for their efforts. Now, so many people tonight might be wondering when they can get back to their homes. As we mentioned earlier, CAL FIRE is expected to have an update on repopulation sometime around 7 p.m. this evening. Chris?
Of course, we'll have that update as well on air and online. Giacomo, we thank you for that report. Let's get you over now to Chief Meteorologist Monica Woods for a first check of conditions.
You know, Chris, we started the broadcast with a new fire, so it just goes to show you that even though we have cooler weather, we are still in that period where fires are starting off almost every day now. That plume coming from the Rice's fire moving up to the north towards Quincy and even up towards Susanville, so we're still going to see impacts from smoke, just not as much as what we saw yesterday. Winds are going to be a factor in the forecast for our fire danger. It is going to be slightly elevated because of gusty winds, but this is a good direction. It's bringing down the temperatures by some 5, almost 10 degrees from where we were yesterday at this point. And yesterday, if you remember, we were looking at those dropping temperatures as well. Currently in the 80s and 90s throughout the valley, 80s to near 90 for parts of the foothills, although Nevada City, we're down to 79 degrees, 70s for the high country. Mosquito forecast is actually looking pretty good. I know this is the time of year a lot of folks are going to be spending some time outdoors. So Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it's going to be in the lower category. But again, dawn and dusk are the worst times to be out there. So if you're one of those that gets really hard hit with mosquitoes, just be aware wear repellent, also drain standing water, and it's worst at dawn and dusk. Our temperatures for tonight continuing to fall into the 50s. We'll see a little bit of cloud cover moving through. Winds will back off as we head towards the morning. They'll pick up late in the afternoon. Now, the one thing is, even though we have that cooler weather, fire hazards remain. Look at these numbers. More than 19,000 fires are started by fireworks each year. And in 2020, over 15,000 firework injuries treated at emergency rooms.